What's up and welcome back, treyreactstoo family. Today I want to talk about March Madness from both the men's and women's side, because I know Friday is going to be the commencement of the Final Four for the women's side, and I want to say the men play on the 6th. So by the time this video drops, the men should already have the Final Four already played through, and the last two teams going to the national championship. But that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about these 4 topics, and we're going to go to the topic section right now. And for the 4 main topics I got is: who y'all got winning the Final Four on the women's side and men's side of March Madness? Will Caitlin Clark's reign of 30+ points will be enough to overcome UConn whenever that game does commence? Should the draft stock of certain players be determined by how well they perform in March Madness? And last but certainly not least, do y'all think the one and done rule should be removed from college athletes to still work on themselves? But we about to get straight into the first topic right now. All right, for my first topic I want to talk about is who y'all got winning the Final Four on both the men's side and the women's side. Me personally, on the women's side, from what I've seen from both UConn, Iowa, South Carolina, and NC State, first and foremost, South Carolina is going all the way to the national championship. I'm just saying that right now. But who I got between UConn and Iowa, and that's going to be leading into my third topic before I get to that. But I don't know. I'm putting my money on Iowa because Caitlin Clark, the way that she was hooping against LSU, it might be too much for Paige and them to be able to contest everything. I'm not doubting that Paige won't have a good performance, because against her and Juju Watkins and USC and stuff like that, Paige was getting me. Like, me and my girlfriend, we was watching that game the other night, and I'm recording this on Tuesday, so me and my girlfriend were watching this on the Monday. So yeah, Paige was definitely getting buckets, but I don't know. I feel like Caitlin can pull off another 40-point performance, or at least another 30+ point performance, in order for them to be able to get over that hump and win. But they just got to be able to start fast and be able to take it there. But on the men's side, this one's gonna be a hard one. I feel like it's gonna be another upset before we get to the national championship. And I personally feel like between Purdue and NC State, I'm gonna go with NC State, because I feel like big boy from NC State, DJ, I feel like he gonna find a way to will his team to win. And if everybody click how they did against Duke, I feel like they could be able to get another upset and be able to put Purdue out. So I don't know. And I want to say, who else is it? UConn and Alabama. Yeah, UConn going all the way. They got some hitters on that team. But we about to go to the next topic right now. And for my next topic, as I said in my previous first topic, will Caitlin Clark have another 30+ point performance against UConn? I truly believe Caitlin Clark is gonna have another 30+ point performance, because one, that is a generational type of player, as the media says it, as sports analysts say it. You can't really stop something that you can't really kind of prepare for. Granted, Haley Van Lathan from LSU, she's a very good defender in her own right, but it's just Caitlin Clark is just, you just can't stop that. It was so hard for LSU to kind of game plan and scheme to be able to slow her down and stuff like that. And I don't know if UConn will necessarily be able to do it. I know when Paige and Juju played against each other, Paige did do a pretty good job to defending Juju, because I want to say Juju went scoreless in the first quarter in the first 2 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. But other than that, though, I do kind of see Paige and Caitlin really playing on each other, mainly Paige guarding Caitlin and stuff like that. And I don't know, it's going to be a very interesting game whenever that game do happen on Friday. So like I just said, I don't know. I think Caitlin will have another 30+ point performance, but if everybody on her team is hitting how they did, Sarah and Sydney, I want to say, were the 2 girls that had 16 and 21 respectively on their team, I do feel like they could win if they are hitting on all cylinders how they did against LSU. But I'm about to go to my third topic right now. And for my third topic today, I want to talk about, should the draft stock of a certain players be determined by how well they perform in March Madness? I'm not going to lie, I've been going back and forth debating on if that's true or not. But I do feel as though if a player is playing out of their mind and having great performances. Like the guy from I want to say Oakland, whenever it was Oakland versus Kentucky in the first or second round, but where he hit 8 threes and ended that game with like 36, 37 points. Like I feel as though like if he went pro, depending on how well his points per game and his average was, I feel if he had a good performance like that, a good team will be able to pick him up in the NBA or the G League or something like that, or even an overseas team, and for him to be able to still continue to dream and legacy. And I feel like that should be able to help him out tremendously, especially even like NC State, them being the 11th seed, and you got DJ on the team. Like I feel like if he has another dominant performance and be able to potentially have an upset against Purdue, his draft stock should skyrocket through the roof. But flipping it over to the women's side, like Camila Cardoso, who plays for the South Carolina team, and for her to be able to be as dominant as she is, and for her to be able to help her team out, for them to still be winning, and for them to also go to the national championship, because I don't see the NC State women's team beating South Carolina necessarily, because South Carolina got some hitters, and with Camila being on top of her game, I don't really see nobody stopping them. But that's besides the point. But like, how well was she perform in a national championship for her to even go to the WNBA, and for her to be a good top lottery pick for them? Because personally, if they win it all, why not give her the #1 spot? Because if she has already been leading her team to #1 and showing the characteristics of being a #1 draft pick, why not? But at the same time, you can argue and say like, if Paige goes, or if Caitlin Clark goes, like her stock could fall. But that's neither here nor there, because you never know where she may fall amongst that, and only basketball guys and people who have spectacles can speculate that. But I'm about to go to my final topic right now. For my last and final topic today, I want to talk about, should the one and done rule be removed from college basketball or just college sports in general? And I am going to give a quick shout out, because the Kid Gowie did talk about this in his video, and I'm going to try to reference as much as I can from his video. But when he said about why the one and done rule should be removed, is because hearing like the women's basketball, most of the girls are playing, or most of the women are playing in this NCAA tournament, is like second, third, and fourth seasons in and stuff like that, rather than the men's side. You having like Rob Dillingham or like certain other players. I want to say Rob Dillingham is determined for the draft this year, if I'm not mistaken. But like, other players of men, determining for the draft right away, and not really building up spectacles of like, oh, so-and-so has not necessarily beef, but like so-and-so has tension with them, so then it's going to be a must-see game, like how like a LSU and a South Carolina game was, or even just this past week, LSU versus Iowa game. So who knows how many eyes was on those games alone, rather than them comparing it to the men's side, and the men not being able to like really get that same type of eye set, because they are having those best players go straight from that said respective school to the league and stuff like that, just for them to secure more of a bigger bag. But at the same time, from the women's side, women don't get enough credibility, because they are playing just as hard as the men is, but at the same time the pay don't show for it. So that's why a lot of college women athletes have those big NIL deals, to where they ain't got to step foot on a WNBA court no time soon, because they already get into the bag right then and there. So it really does vary, and at the same time, that is said person's decision, if they're mentally, emotionally, and physically ready to take that next step and want to be pro. So no one really can determine that, only that person can, and how they feel towards themselves being considered now pros. But I'm about to transition to my outro right now. Well, family, if you stay all the way through, please don't forget to like, comment, as well as subscribe, and turn on the post notifications bell, so you will never miss another upload, hearing my voice and seeing my face. And if y'all want to see me videos to react to, and or music to react to, or something to talk about like how I just did today, send to my reaction page. It's going to be above me this time, right here at treyreacts. as well as tapping in with me on my main page, because I'm gonna show love and support to y'all as much as y'all show love and support to me right back. Follow me on my main page right here at Trey vs Dre 30, and tap in with me on my TikTok page, because we going crazy over there, family, all 2024. My TikTok page is gonna be right here at Trey303023, and my biz email inquiry is gonna be right up above me too. But before I head out of here, family, let me know in the comments, how do y'all feel about everything that I asked or said in what about these 4 topics? And like, what do y'all determine will happen with March Madness? What do y'all determine about like what will happen to college athletes in general? Or how do y'all feel about, you know, what happened as of right now before the national championship even commences between the women's and men's side? Because truthfully, shout out to all the women that's been hooping in this March Madness, because y'all been going crazy, especially Paige, Juju, Caitlin, Angel, all of them. They've been going crazy, and I'm definitely gonna be trying to tune in more next season to watch them some more. But I know today is Friday. I know y'all want to party through the weekend, but at least y'all know Monday is right around the corner, as well as Thursday and Friday, so y'all can see me react to more videos or talk about videos. But it's been your boy Treyreactstoo, family, and I'm gonna catch y'all next week. Peace.